Hello and welcome, Brett here with clickmail.co. In this video, we're going to revisit a point that we did make in the last video, but I want to pull it out a little bit and really clarify what we mean by it and why it's important. So once we understand the data and we really get familiar with the story the data is telling and the possible conclusions we can come to, we need to make a hypothesis on why the things are unfolding the way they are. Okay. And so what this means is we're creating a theory for the purpose that certain outcome, that result is happening. And we do this in one particular way, which we will start by, we'll call it deductive reasoning. Okay. So when we say, going back to the example of the doctor using the stethoscope, oh, your heart is beating very slow. Well, what are all of the reasons your heart could be beating slow? And now the doctor knows all the diseases in their mind. And then they would say, well, it could be this, it could be this, it could be this. And they come up with, say, 5 of the most likely options, barring it, being an episode of House where, they have some kind of rare tapeworm that no one's ever seen and that whole thing. Okay, so let's say they come up with the 5 most likely solutions for the heart beating really slow. And then they say, okay, what data do we already have? Oh, well, this data really highly suggests this isn't the problem, and this data says this isn't the problem. So maybe we can rule out 2, maybe we can rule out 3 of those options just with the data dashboard we're looking at, which we did in the last video. And then the hypothesis then is we go and we test which one of those things is the problem. Okay, so we're going to test, we're going to go and find more data, we're going to go find or create a test that would show us if it's accurate that this is the problem. So as an example of create a hypothesis, I had to do this today. We have an internship program here at ClickMail where we train marketers all over the world. And we typically get 1 internship request a day. And website traffic hasn't changed. Everything seems normal. I didn't even realize there's an issue until like a month after they stopped coming in. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. For the last 6 months, we've gotten hundreds of internship requests. And wait a minute, why aren't they coming to my email? Where did they go? And now I'm thinking, okay, deductive reasoning, what's the hypothesis? They disappeared. Blog rank dropped. Something isn't working with the menu. They can't get to the internship page, even though the button's there. Maybe the form doesn't work. The form's not sending emails to my email, but the form works fine. And there's a bunch of people just waiting for me to email them, and I'm not getting the notification in my email. Okay, well, number 1, very unlikely that the blogs are just not getting people because our blogs are up. They're higher than they've ever been. So probably not that one. I mean, maybe there's a couple specific blogs, but I doubt it. Okay, so not the first thing I'm going to target. And then another one that doesn't really make sense is that the emails are just not being sent to my email when people sign up because I went and I checked it. And I said, well, okay, maybe that's it. And that's not it. Okay, so now we're down to 2. And now the question is, okay, is it the navigation menu? Is the form fill working properly? Is there some kind of a bug? And so I told one of my team members, hey, go test the whole sign up process, see if you can sign up, see if I get an email, because that is going to give me a lot more data on how to solve that problem. If she says, and I'm hoping this is the case, if she says, oh, the navigation menu doesn't work, I can't get into that page, now we know the problem. Now it's easy. Oh my gosh, please tell me that that's a problem. Number 2 is as she tries to go in there, the form doesn't work. Great, I know how to fix it. But if the navigation menu works and the form works, and I get the email, well, now we have to make another hypothesis. We have more data. She says it works fine. And then what? Well, okay, what are the new reasons? Okay, so everything works. Why did people just suddenly become non-interested? We have a more difficult problem to solve. New hypothesis, new tests. Okay, so in this video, we've honed in on look at the data, see what it's telling you, see what the problem is, and then make a hypothesis as to why the problem is the problem. So thanks so much for being in this video. In the next video, we're going to talk about what's something called split testing and how to grow the business or client that you're working with. We'll see you there.